place to broadcast today as we come to you from Kartchner Cavern State Park in Arizona. This is our staging spot for our border-to-border Highway 89 Mexico to Canada adventure that will officially get underway as we head to the border later this morning. But let me introduce you to everybody. First of all, behind the camera, Bill Francis from the Imagination Company, hopefully making us look good, not too much of a glare off of a couple of foreheads here.
Just his.
Russ Smith from Sky Call, and Barbara Riddle is here.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be here.
There is one missing, actually two missing from the group. Vaughn Jacobson, who did not make this trip with us, and we're all missing him already, but I know he's out there listening. And Chris Dallin, who is, I think, at the airport waiting to get on a flight to head this direction. Chris, you with us?
Yep, I'm here. And you guys are with rattlesnakes, and I'm with the TSA.
and they both bite.
Easy.
Be careful on that search as you go through the line.
Just a note to TSA, Russ did not agree with that comment.
Today, Barbara was just getting a little bit more information. About 30 miles away is a place called Tombstone.
We're going to be checking out the OK Corral and the Birdcage Theater Museum.
And those two things aren't technically on Highway 89.
No, but they're close.
But they're
enough.
close.
Yeah.
We're on Boot Hill Graveyard. This is where those that were killed in the shootout at the OK Corral were buried. The shootout happened literally 10 feet away from each other. These men were shot and killed. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and the boys weren't even touched. And that's part of the allure of Tombstone, is how do these guys live that far away from a shot? It's crazy. But here's where the victims were buried.
Welcome to the OK Corral. The West's most famous gunfight began where you are now standing.
And you can see how close they are with each other. It's amazing that Wyatt Earp walked out without a gunshot wound. But this is the famous place, the shootout at the OK Corral, and we're here.
You cowboys have been looking for a fight. Now you can have it. Boys, throw up your hands. I want your gun.
Don't shoot me. I don't want to fight. I haven't got anything.
Oh, I don't mean that. I've come to disarm you.
I'm just waiting to die. I haven't brought the crew over yet to take it home. They don't want to put me in. They don't have to carry me over to it. They want me to walk into it. Got a little ladder you climb down in. So
pick a spot.
Big right here. It's nice and shady. I mean, you know.
You got one thing right. Once you're dead, there's no cemetery that'll let you in, so you better stay right there.
Hey, Tombstone, man. It's number 100 on my list.
Following that experience, we'll probably grab a bite to eat.
Welcome to Big Nose Gates, where I just got a memo saying 2 of our 3 cooks are still sober. So that's a pretty good chance of getting some damn good food. Why don't you shut up and play something? Hang on. Here's a song that goes along with it. Whip it. Whip it. Whip it good. Whip it. Whip it good. Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A 4-month Indian man, kept his family dead. Damn one day he was shooting lots of food. And up to the ground come a bubble and crew. Texas.
By the way, this is the same group. I always assume everybody knows, but this is the same group that went 43 parks in 72 hours, and then the following year went Idaho to Arizona, border to border on ATVs, and this year it's border to border on Highway 89.
Well, the next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. Kid Bo said, Jed, move away from there. He said, California, the place you want to be. So we loaded up the truck and it was the heavenly. rich girls that have to get a reality show to pay for their shrinks.
Let's say a thank you to sponsors that got us here. First of all, Budget Rental Car, our friends from Coke that have helped us out before on these adventures.
And of course, Chevron.
Chevron.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
And the Imagination Company, who's going to document all of this for us. Thanks to our sponsors.
Whip it. Whip it good. Whip it. Whip it twice. Whip it. Now we would like to say goodbye to Jim and all the kids. And they would like to thank you for the guys coming in. We all invite you back if we do this locality. 2 hour neighborhood hospitality. Beverly. Come on in. Citizens.
Grand Hotel Swiss.
The first day, by the way, will take us from the border right there at Mexico, headed back up through
We're gonna
Phoenix. We're going to come right back through here and spend the night in Phoenix, right?
We'll be in Phoenix tonight, yes.
Yeah, all right. Chris DeMille is the park manager here for Kartchner Cavern State Park. Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
So we appreciate you taking the time to come up here and share this beautiful spot with us.
Glad to help out.
115,000 people a year come to see it. And what is it that they really come to see? What's the star of this park?
The caverns. A living, wet, beautiful cave.
That was the other key word that was in all of the information about it, that this was a living cave.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit more about the cave and what people will see if they come to Kartchner.
We have the rotunda throne room portion of the cave open now. You take a guided tour with a ranger, go into the cave, which is very humid, about 98%, about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And they give you an interpretive talk as you go through different sections, looking at the formations and the colors. The cave is very vivid, very humid, as I said. And then towards the end of the tour, you get to see Kubla Khan, which is the largest column in Arizona, about 58 feet in height. Massive, beautiful formation in the throne room portion of the cave.
How far down into the ground is the cave?
Not very far at all. You drop about 75, 80 feet from when you enter the upper portal. So it's more in the hills, not under the hills, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
In the minute or so we've got left, here's the day. We will wrap up here. So then we'll head down to Nogales.
Yes.
We're not going to cross into Mexico, but
No.
we'll see the border. We will head back up 89. That'll be the real beginning of our adventure. Yeah. Then on to Grand Canyon tomorrow.
And then Lake Powell, and then up to the Salt Lake Bountiful area. And we're staying at the Country Inn and Suites with Grant Dahlstrom taking care of us there and seeing some of the sites that we all take for granted living along the Wasatch Front.
Thank you, Grant. Then West Yellowstone, Clyde Seeley helping us there at Three Bear Lodge, on to Montana and up into Canada. Wow, what a week.
And be warned, if the first 24 hours is a representation of what the rest is going to be,
He's not mapping
we're in
it
trouble.
out.
We're never going to make it to Canada.
Well, look, the adventure actually started the night before with loading two motorcycles onto a snowmobile trailer across the street from Barb's, and I'm going to get a shout-out to her neighbor who came.
Mike Roche.
Mike came to our rescue. 1 week from today, we'll be at Waterton Peace Park up in Canada, and we will have made our way all along Highway 89. We are in Nogales, Arizona, right at the border, obviously. Here is a stretch of the wall between the United States and Mexico, and you'll see some friends and family actually talking to loved ones probably on the other side of the fence right here, but this is where we start on our Highway 89 adventure headed to Canada. Hairspray. You don't want this hair getting messed up in the breeze. So we're waking up on day 2. It's Sunday morning. Got a good night's sleep. Thanks to Courtyard by Marriott here in Phoenix. And we're jumping on now, headed up 89 towards Prescott, and eventually end the day at the Grand Canyon, hopefully in time for some sunset pictures. Come along for the ride.
standing in front of a saguaro cactus right on Highway 89. Its Latin name is Carnegie gigantica. It's named after Andrew Carnegie. It can take up to 100 years for this cactus to grow an arm. So this is really old cactus. It's fun to see. It's one of the icons of Highway 89 and the West. All right, Tim, tell us a little bit about how hot it's been on the back of the bike.
Well, day 2 of our trip was on the 89 in between Congress and Prescott, and we just climbed off of the desert floor, and this is what we call big boy fun on the motorcycle. Big, wide, sweeping turns. So we're finally climbing out of the worst of the desert heat. If you look off to the right, you'll see the valley floor and how quickly we climbed up. The air is getting cooler. Day 2 as we head into the Grand Canyon area should be just spectacular on this stretch of our Highway 89 adventure. Woohoo!
Day 2 of our trip, border to border on Highway 89, and one of the stops after we climbed up out of the hot desert floor was to get up to Prescott, Arizona. You can hear some of the motorcycles in the background and see the carnival atmosphere behind it. We were surprised to find out that it was the 150th birthday of Prescott, Arizona. So there's great food, great music, lots of people on their motorcycles, which is one of the reasons we wanted to travel up Highway 89. And we're just a couple of hours away from the Grand Canyon. This is one of the main drives for those that love to get out and make the turns on their big touring motorcycles. So we're going to enjoy Prescott for the next couple of hours and then on up the road to the Grand Canyon.
Everybody calls it Prescott because, I don't know, cowboy slang, so the locals like you to call it Prescott. Yes, it's Prescott, but say Prescott while you're here because somebody might argue with you. Played poker here in 1877 and he won $10,000, which you know is a lot for back in those days. He also said that Kate, Big Nose Kate, he considered her his intellectual equal. She was Big Nose Kate because she was nosy, not because her nose was big. She was in everyone's business all the time. She loved Prescott so much that she came back in the 1940s to retire at our Prescott Pioneers retirement home. But the problem was at the time, it was only for men. And they said, and not only that, you're not even a U.S. citizen. So at the time, the governor of Arizona was a past client of hers when she was a brothel girl. So she made the call to the governor and said, they're not letting me retire. I want to retire here in Prescott. So in less than 2 weeks' time, he had her moved into the retirement home. And now today, there's a women's wing because of Big Nose Kate. And she's buried locally right at our Prescott Pioneer Cemetery up the road.
A peanut butter based ice cream with bananas, bourbon, honey, and bacon.
Ooh, bacon.
And that's really good.
Route 66 was the country's first two-lane road that linked everything from the shores of Lake Michigan to the Pacific Ocean, and there are just a few little pieces of it left. We happened to find one of them on our trip that is in Williams, Arizona, which happens to be the last town bypassed by I-40, and there's a sign right over there that says it was October 1984. So we were all hungry for a little ice cream, stopped off, and ready to get back on the road. We're only about 64 miles from the Grand Canyon. Head north.
Let's excavate a little bit here and get into that. Look at that. Take a look. You know what that is? Bacon. Bacon and ice cream. It's kind of interesting. You get to it and it's real chewy. It's a bit of a surprise. And it's got a bacon taste. Imagine that bacon would taste like bacon. Right in your ice cream. It's like, take a break. Have some bacon while you're having ice cream.
if you haven't seen the Grand Canyon, and if you live in Utah or the surrounding states, you need to get there. It is beautiful. It's awe-inspiring.
It's a very natural experience.
And the goal was to get to the Grand Canyon by sunset. I sort of mandated that, and everybody got to see why for about an hour while we sat. So that's our second day of Border to Border on Highway 89. It's late. It's one of the things we try to do with these experiences is give you ideas and show you some pictures and make you understand how doable this is for you and your family and friends. Day 3 will take us to Lake Powell. We have cleared the state of Arizona, so knock one national park and one state off of the list as we make our way to the Canadian border. But here we are on the same day we left Grand Canyon at Lake Powell, just across the Arizona border. And as you can see behind me, Lake Powell awaits. We're going to go check out the beautiful yacht called the Axiom.
On the 65-foot Axiom, we have 7 of them at Lake Powell. 2 are going to be rented out of Bullfrog. 5 will be rented here at South Lake out of Waweep. Each one has 4 bedrooms, but each one is kind of uniquely its own.
A lot of people park up there on that Waweep View area, and they walk down here and they fish. They catch a lot of fish here.
Sometimes we do it as many as 4 times a day. This is my second trip today. I went to Rainbow Bridge this morning and back here this afternoon. And it's a different adventure every day. That's the reason I like it.
Many people have debated the loss of Glen Canyon's natural beauty to create the dam and Lake Powell. Water flowing through the dam produces hydroelectric power, but its main purpose was to store water. Lake Powell can hold enough water to last through 10 years of drought. We're now entering Antelope Canyon. As we cruise through the sinuous curves and twists ahead, you're going to get up close and personal with the unique Navajo sandstone of Lake Powell's cliff walls. We're going to slow down and take our time. The further into Antelope Canyon we travel, the more twisted and narrow it becomes. It might be very tempting to reach out and touch the walls as we cruise through, but please don't, for your own safety. If you put your hand or any other part of your body between the boat and the canyon walls, we're afraid the boat will always win. So look, but please don't touch.
It's amazing that you can go up such sheer cliffs and take this big of a boat up in this area. I'd love to come back as a family. Check it out.
We've had a wonderful time.
There it is.
Oops, sorry, I gotta listen to this.
Wow. And we go see if we can find our way back home.
I won the stare down.
It is the end of day 3 on our border-to-border adventure from Mexico to Canada on Highway 89. So where are we headed tomorrow? I know it's going to be a long day.
I think we're just headed to bed right now.
No, we're heading along Utah, the route through Utah.
We're in Kanab, Utah. We're standing right in front of this great mural here. And Kanab is known for great Western movies. Is that right?
Absolutely. Kanab became famous because of all the Westerns that were shot here, starting back in the 20s.
Day 4 began in Page, Arizona. We had our fun at Lake Powell. We were just about to shake Arizona and put it in the rearview mirror and head into Utah, and that's exactly what we did.
We did. Our first stop was Kanab.
Now, for those that don't know, Kanab, Utah is known as Utah's Little Hollywood because so many Westerns, and I mean to go back quite a ways, were actually filmed right there in that Red Rock.
I remember when I was a kid, one of my favorite shows ever, Don Knotts, Tim Conway, the Apple Dumpling Gang, filmed right there in Kanab.
Yeah, and when you go into the Perry Lodge, it's where and it's the home of the stars in Utah's Little Hollywood. Perry Lodge is actually just filled. The walls are covered with autographed pictures of John Wayne, Ronald Reagan,
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Really an experience just to go into the lobby and look around.
Behind me is Denny's Wigwam. This was one of the icons of Kanab and a place that you always had to stop, and they always had the best things along the way, along Highway 89. Denny's Wigwam in Kanab, Utah.
There is so much history along Highway 89, that stretch.
We're standing right now in front of Moki Cave, and it's actually a gift store that is carved right into the side of this mountain just off of Highway 89. If you happen to pass through, make sure you check it out on your way.
This is a sign, and I'm wondering who made the pies. So we're going to go in and see who made the homemade pies.
Chris has always been fascinated with the sign out front of the Thunderbird restaurant, right?
That's exactly right.
Because it says
homemade pies. Now that's phonetical, but it's H-O. Made pies.
Homemade pies.
Homemade pies.
And there's a picture of a buxom waitress on there, and so I think everybody sort of wondered what was the thought behind this. It's caused some controversy, but they actually spell it out because they've had so many questions about it. They spell it out. It dates back to right after World War II when the owner said that wood was hard to come by, and he just didn't have space enough to type out homemade pies. And so he abbreviated it, and it sounded kind of down home anyway.
This is a postcard created by the Wild Bunch Gang. Butch Cassidy is here. His real name is Robert Leroy Parker. Sundance Kid is here. This is the Tall Texan, Kid Curry, and others. But the funny part about this is they got a little bit cocky, went down to Texas, robbed a bank, walked across the street, had this photo done, and slipped it under the bank and said, "Thanks for the dough."
Our next big stop was really Circleville. And Circleville is famous for a couple of things.
Yeah, Circleville is the boyhood town of what you and I know as Butch Cassidy.
And his boyhood home still stands.
It's there. The gate's open. You can go in and check it out.
There's an outhouse. There's an old wagon there. There's no sign because they said every time they put a sign out, somebody steals it. And so they just quit. But there's still a donation box right in front of the home. So we leave Circleville and head up the road. Next big stop in the road for us anyway was Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Big Rock Candy Mountain. And I met one of the most colorful guys I've met on the trip.
Stoney.
Stoney was this guy's name. And if you have a name like Stoney, you've got to be a colorful character, right?
Wait, what's your name, by the way?
I'm Chris.
I met this guy. His name was Chris. He was alive. He was real. He gave everyone such a thrill. We all look upon him as a star in the sky. He's a rapping machine. He keeps his motor clean. He's the best darn guy I've ever seen.
Ah, thanks, Stoney. It's good to see you.
Big Rock County Mountain is beautiful just to stop and take a look at. About a block up the road, they've got a bunch of old cabooses that they've purchased, I guess, from the railroad, and they're turning them into rooms with hot tubs.
Well, and they also have cabins.
Yes,
and it's
they
right
do.
there connected to that amazing ATV trail system.
Then we jumped on the road and headed down into the Wasatch Front, made our way through Springville and Provo. Up to Salt Lake City.
Yes.
But of course, it is the iconic picture of Salt Lake City everybody sees, and that is the Salt Lake Temple for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we felt like we had to stop there.
You know, you haven't been to Lagoon or really experienced Lagoon without one of these absolutely beautiful and tasty caramel apples. I think about them all year long.
We're standing on the property of some history along Highway 89. It's been here for over a century. We're talking about the Amusement Park Lagoon. Actually, and Dick Andrews here with me, by the way, but actually started in 1886 in one form or another, but your first mechanical ride came along in 1900.
That's about right, yes. And incidentally, talking to me, you're talking about some history, too.
There is no better knowledge base to grab from for Lagoon than Dick Andrew. Here's the other thing a lot of people don't know, that it's more than just an amusement park. It's also a water park. Laguna Beach on the backside. During the day, my family loves to come and swim while it's hot and then get into the park for all the rides in the evening.
That's right. We also have Pioneer Village that's just filled with authentic buildings and artifacts. So there's really something here for everybody.
It really is sort of like walking back in history, and that's what our effort along Highway 89 has been all about. So when you make your plans to go along historic Highway 89, make your plans to bring the family here. Spend a full day at Laguna Beach and then on the rides. Remember, Lagoon, it's what fun is.
Well said.
Wow, really good. I don't know where they get the caramel, but don't miss it.
Well, we're about to get on Wicked. I've only done it once in my life, and they said since I survived, I should try it again. I don't know if it's a good idea. And then we spent the night at Country Inn and Suites in Bountiful.
And before we spent the night, we ran down to Pace's Dairy Inn for another hamburger. So, but that's very much an iconic location, attraction, restaurant along Highway 89 there in Davis County.
So some great things here, Americana at its finest. It's really interesting because the value of these are so high. I think that kids that have ice cream cones and cotton candy really don't understand what they might be dripping on. But we understand that, and it's a great opportunity to see something that is amazing about our past.
Comments? That falls under the category of I surprise myself with the stuff I know. Someday, he's going to play with his children at home and have a real job so he doesn't have time to research this kind of important information.
It's Farrell with Crowd Surfing. Hey, I come down to Hill Air Force Base. I heard a rumor that the border-to-border Highway 89 guys are going to be here. So let's go see if I can find them.
Yesterday, day 4, was a long day for us on our Highway 89 trek. We went all the way from Page, Arizona to Salt Lake City. And after spending the night in Bountiful, here we are in the Ogden area at a spot that many of us that live here along the Wasatch Front pass by probably hundreds of times and never stop, which is a real shame when you get a chance to see what's at the Hill Aerospace Museum at Hill Air Force Base. Anybody that lives in the area, of course, knows when the F-16s or the F-18s are flying. They tend to get your attention, don't they?
It's the sound of freedom, absolutely. Yeah, that's what makes Hill unique in the northern Utah area.
Hill Air Force Base kind of came to fruition at the turn of World War II. And what we did was we did primarily depot maintenance and parts supply.
We lost 200,000 men over Europe in this type of an airplane. It was the backbone of our effort in World War II.
How many planes total? Because there are quite a few outside of the building here.
There's over 70. We have over 70 weapon systems here that were static displays that were showing the patrons here.
If you're a fan of aviation or just love U.S. history, make sure as you make your travels on Highway 89 that you stop by the Hill Air Force Base Aerospace Museum.
Alrighty, I'm here with my most favorite person in the whole world. Barbara, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing down here?
Yeah, you're such a suck up. I mean, first of all, really.
The lamb chops, dude. You know, I think the Deliverance called and they want their lamb chops back.
Well, I'm trying to look like Burt Reynolds. Is it working at all?
Ladies and gentlemen, paddle faster.
Is it weird to go on a trip where you're like far away, like Tombstone, and you end up in Ogden for a stop?
Well, we talked about this last night. The real weird thing is that we've gone 1,000 miles and we are home, but we're only halfway to our goal.
I heard that you attempted to get the GPS a bottle of water. Is there any truth to that?
All right, Bill Francis has been telling stories. It sounded like Bill.
I just wanted to know if it was true or not.
No, of course not.
So what's your next stop?
Next stop, we're going to go on Highway 89. We're going to stop by Maddox in Willard, and then we're going to go up to the California-Oregon Trail Museum. We're here at Maddox Ranch House, and back when 89 was the only way through, this was really a must stop, and still is. Has great food. If you walk around, you can see that they have the old drive-in here. Started by the Maddox family as a small little place where they sold fried chicken, and it's grown into an icon. So stop by and see Maddox Ranch House.
We're here at the American West Heritage Center, located in Wellsville, Utah, just outside of Logan. This is an actual living museum where they have equipment from the 1820s to the 1920s that they actually use. So on your grand adventures along Highway 89, this is a must-see stop.
Welcome to the Oregon-California Trail Center. My name is Dave. For the next 5 to 5.5 months, 2,000 miles, I'm going to be your wagon master. Now, it's my job to get you folks from Independence, Missouri to Oregon City, Oregon, hopefully alive and healthy.
Tell us just a little bit about what you can see here at the Trail Center.
Well, actually, when you visit us here at the Oregon Trail Center, we're on this specific corner for a reason. You're actually on a documented campsite that is in the diaries, and so we've preserved a portion of it within the building.
We take you back and tell you stories of what our experience has been like so far. It's a very interesting experience to see how people react along the trail.
Let's go back and be immigrants and pioneers. Let's go do the things that they did, see the things that they saw, hear the things that they heard.
All right, so we were coming up the road to Afton, Wyoming. Hadn't had any mechanical problems along the way, which is unusual for us if you followed this group. Somewhere around 50,000 miles, there's a Y pipe that comes out of the back head of the engine that just fails because of all the heat that it's had to endure. After I pay Nick for his services, we'll be back on the road headed to Jackson Hole and continue this border-to-border ride to Canada. Woohoo!
This is the longest running shootout and gunfight in the US of A. This red rope that goes all the way around, please do not cross it, or there will be dire consequences. Did you not hear a word I just said? Teenagers.
Say goodbye to your lovely Justice Morris.
Always got your back, man.
That'll teach all those everywhere not to mess with Jackson Hole.
Our destination for day 5 was to get to West Yellowstone, but to get there we had to go through Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and here we are in Montana, all in one day.
Who knew you could do that in the West?
As we start day 6, we find ourselves now starting to do what we've done on the last 2 trips, and that's savor every minute, because we know our adventure is going to come to an end soon. But we just left West Yellowstone and Three Bear Lodge, had a great breakfast at Three Bear Restaurant, and we had to pass through Yellowstone one more time to head in the direction of Great Falls and further make our way up 89 to the Canadian border. So we just had to stop one time here at Artist Point to take a look at the falls that they call Yellowstone's Grand Canyon. So we'll make one more stop here for photos and then head out of the park and head north on our way to Canada and Waterton to wrap up our border-to-border Mexico to Canada adventure.
For the benefit and the enjoyment of the people. And we're glad that Congress saw the vision of setting these aside, and so that something's wild left for us to see how it used to be. And Yellowstone is that. And it's a beautiful way to enter into the park.
We found the Sip and Dip Lounge and all the mermaids you can watch in Great Falls, Montana. You can check it off your bucket list now.
So the real question is, this is serious business, is how does one go about chumming a mermaid?
Okay, and we haven't even gone inside yet.
This fall. Yes, we do. We love this fall.
What a beautiful drive down along the Yellowstone River, all the way down that canyon, and eventually on our way into Great Falls, Montana. Now, we were looking forward to a couple of things in Great Falls. Took the opportunity to see both. One was the Lewis and Clark
Interpretive Center.
Which we went in, and everybody should see if they come here. It's right along the river.
What an amazing adventure those guys went on.
And the other that Chris Dallin just could not miss was
the Charlie Russell Museum. We're right in front of his studio. Charlie really archived the American West at the frontier, and that's why he's so famous, not only because he's a great artist, but because he was so detailed in his approach.
So we make our push today for Waterton and across the border and reach our goal of border to border on Highway 89. Only appropriate that if we're in Montana, we connect up with my big brother Ken, who happens to live in Missoula, Montana, just a couple of hours up the road. We're on the road to Canada. just miles away from our goal of reaching the Canada border on Highway 89 from Mexico to Canada. And of course, when you get this close, Glacier National Park is here. We're a little disappointed because we're about 2 weeks early to get on Going to the Sun and be able to see that. However, we are going to go just inside the park here at Babs, Montana, and go and see the Many Glacier Hotel right at the base of Grinnell Glacier. It is a must-see. Are live in the Fireside Lounge at the Bayshore Inn right on the shores of beautiful Waterton Lake, Canada, here in Alberta. And yes, friends, we made it to the border.
It was a little iffy getting across the border there.
Well, you mean through
customs
border control?
Yeah.
Just slightly delayed. They just wanted to check us out.
Only because of Russ's background, I think.
No, absolutely not.
We had our border-to-border ATV ride. We had our 43 parks in 72 hours. This one lives up to that, all that fun.
We made it. We went the entire length of U.S. Highway 89. We started near Nogales, Mexico, and crossed into Canada near St. Mary's, Montana, nearly a week later. Our odometers read that we've traveled 1,967 miles. We learned a lot about history and continue to be inspired by our beautiful country, her people, her vistas and venues, and her flora and fauna. Our favorite things: the roadside diners. It's worth it to skip the chains and eat local. We love Big Nose Kate's in Tombstone, Arizona, with Mick the piano player. The Palace Saloon in Prescott, where Steve McQueen shot one of his movies. And the Sip and Dip in Great Falls, Montana, with Piano Pat and the Mermaids. Our advice: take the time to find some local flavor, the contrast and the diversity. Number 9. From 180 degrees in Phoenix to freezing temps in Yellowstone, from saguaro cactus to glaciers, Highway 89 is fantastic. Number 8. The wildlife. The deer, antelope, bison, and other creatures were fun to see. In Yellowstone, we saw a black bear. In Glacier, a grizzly bear. Symbols of the wild and free. Ferocious as protectors and loving as parents. They reminded us to put friends and family first. Number 7. Our national park system. We saw 7 of them. God bless Teddy Roosevelt and those that had the vision to protect the beauty within our parks. They remind us of the importance of making decisions that will benefit the generations to come. Number 6. The great people on the road inspired us to be better people. Stoney at Big Rock and Nick and JJ at the Chevron in Afton reinforced our faith in humanity and the American spirit. They provided a great example to make the decision to be happy and to help others whenever possible. Number 5. Our road systems and services. Amazingly, we enjoy such ease in travel with access to fuel, food, and fun. These things just didn't appear. They were built by people with a vision and a hunger to provide the best service possible. From the families at the Thunderbird restaurant to the great people at the Three Bear Lodge, who bet on a dream that people would want to experience an adventure and eat a slice of pie or a place to sleep, and all those that invested in a dream. Thank you for your vision and investment. Number 4, the history. From Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to Teddy Roosevelt, Charlie Russell, Fred Harvey, Mary Coulter, and everyone else. There is so much to learn from those that have gone before. Go out and find it. You will be inspired. Number 3, to our sponsors who made the trip possible and share our vision of the American adventure. Chevron and Budget Rental Car, thank you. You provided a way for many to see the adventures on America's open road. Number 1 and number 2, our tolerant families who remind us of the great things that can be accomplished when someone actually believes in you. One day, some of us will not be able to do these things, and these great memories will help us. To amazing friends that are equally nuts in the quest for the unknown, thanks for a great adventure of a lifetime. Whenever we're on Highway 89, we will feel the magic of this trip as she beckons to be explored again. The final message is this: adventure is out there. Go find it. Highway 89 and the businesses, people, and towns along it are beginning to disappear. They will be gone, and many of them already are. We need to support such great things. Get off the beaten path and see the true America. She can be found in the smiles of the people in the small towns, the hustle of those in the city, and the memory of those that sacrificed so much. If you want to find America, Highway 89 is a great place to start. Thank you, Highway 89, for helping us to make it from border to border safely, and for a memory that will last a lifetime. Do the speed limit, turn on your lights, and wear your seatbelts. Adventure is around the next corner. We'll see you on the road.